Hi, I'm in Roanoke, Virginia, and while I normally do not impose on hotel staff, today I met two exceptional people trying to do an impossible job. Stuck between guests who refuse to wear masks and those like me who desperately want them to. Please meet Amanda and Mike.
Telling you, everyone is so divided on how they feel about COVID, how they feel about everything going on in the world right now. So, and regardless of how hard you try or what you try to do, someone is always angry or upset. And as far as the mandate in Virginia goes with masks, like I was telling you, it's a mandate. We have to do it. We can be shut down by the health department. We can be fined, up to $10,000. But when you ask a guest to wear a mask and they tell you they can't because of health reasons or because of a religious preference or against their religion, and you call the police because they get irate, they won't leave the property, they won't go to their room, the police say it's not a law, we can't enforce it. All we can do is ask the guest to stay within 6 feet. But 6 feet isn't a law either. It's a mandate. So how can they tell someone to stay within 6 feet? Because that's not a law. There's nothing that says, that if you go within 6 feet of someone, you could be arrested. So I think they've been instructed to not police the mask wearing because they're worried about being sued themselves because of religious beliefs and people that say they can't wear a mask because of their health. I'm an asthmatic, and I'm telling you right now, you can spend $25 on a good mask, and you can breathe. And I am the general manager here, but I clean rooms, I do everything. And if I can get down in the floor and scrub a floor and use bleach and everything else and still breathe, you can breathe walking from your car to a front desk. And this morning, it's like, how many people come down here and get coffee and don't have a mask on? They have children with them. They're teaching their children that it's okay to just not obey the rules. To me, it's not about if you really believe in COVID or not. It's about you've been asked to do this. And it's a sign of respect for other people. Because there are people that have lost loved ones. There are people that have survived COVID that were very sick. They didn't just have a cold. And it's a sign of respect. And I don't understand why people are so irate because someone asked you to put a mask on. That we're divided, between, and it shouldn't be that way. I just feel like everyone's life matters. I just think for anything to get better, we all have to come together, and that's the other thing. I fully believe children don't know hate; they're taught hate, and I don't want my daughter seeing and growing up in a world like this, because I don't know, it just needs to be a happy place, and right now everyone's upset. So it was nice meeting you because you were such a sweet guest. But I do hope that we can get back to something normal and come back together again, and that's what I hope for anyway. So
Amanda, thank you.
you're welcome.
And you stay safe, okay?
I will.
Thing that concerns me, I don't think probably 60 to 70% of the folks out there are not really taking the issue seriously. I've been to the grocery store twice within the last few weeks, and people are 12 inches right behind me, breathing on me, and I turn around and no mask, no 6-foot distance, and I'm just thinking, if not everyone's following the rules, this is probably going to be going around for several years.
Has it affected whether you feel safe, whether you feel connected to the people that right here in your community?
It definitely makes me feel unsafe, and I have a daughter that turned 12 today, and she's with me 90% of the time, when I'm not working, so I worry about my safety and her safety as well.
And you recently lost your grandmother.
Yes, ma'am. My grandmother went into a nursing home and then back to the hospital and back and forth, and then caught corona in the nursing home, then ended up going back to the hospital and died about 6 days after the last trip to the hospital.
I'm so sorry, and sorry for your entire family.
Thank you.
From your perspective, when this pandemic is over and this election is over, can you see a kind of a coming together, a unification, or are you worried at all about how people are, how things are going to be when when we get past the other side of this?
I'm really hoping and praying for the best, that things seem to just slide back into the normal, and just everybody's happy again.
And I'm going to ask you one last question. If you could describe in one word how you're feeling about this upcoming election, what would that word be?
Probably pity and ashamed. Yes.
Michael, thank you.
Well, thank you.
I really appreciate you taking the time with me today.
Nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you.